Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, it's a surprise wedding shocker. Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden suddenly tie the knot. Wendy's got the latest. And fresh from last night's shocking Celebrity Apprentice elimination, Kevin Jonas is here. Plus, we've got the hottest winter boot trends to have you walking tall this season. Now, here's Wendy.
My studio audience. How you doing? I'm doing great. It's snowing outside, but it's hot in here. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Well, huh? Oh, Happy New Year to you as well. Yes, thank you. It's the saddest day on earth for Jennifer Aniston. Yet another one of her Hollywood peers is got married, and Jen is still at the starting line. Cameron Diaz, congratulations. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, she slipped this in on us. We didn't know anything about it. We knew that I think they were engaged. I mean, this all happened so fast. She and Benji Madden have only been dating for 8 months. But she's 42, and she knows what she wants. He's 35 and still trying to figure that out. You know, but they tied the knot last night in her Beverly Hills home. I know. It was like 100 people, including Drew Barrymore and her husband. Of course, his twin brother, who's married to Nicole Richie, they were there. And their son, Sparrow, walked her down the hallway, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it's a very big house. Maybe they do have an aisle. But and they did it inside, so there were no paparazzi. I mean, they just literally, they slipped this in on us. And you know what? I think that's pretty doggone cool. Yeah. You know? She's worth $70 million, but you can't hug your money when you go to bed. He's worth $17 million, and I guess he knows what he likes, an older woman. You know, she's a woman and she's allowed to change her mind. I say that often, and I will continue to do it. And, you know, Cameron has talked so much to the press about how she never wants to get married, she doesn't care about having kids. Have you ever read articles on her? Where, yeah, but she's a woman and she's allowed to change her mind. And, you know, there's something about a secret wedding that is so much cooler to me than that big wedding with that poofy dress that some of you all like. I mean, not for nothing, you know, I'm a Justice of the Peace girl, but I'd also get married in the living room, but just not that big wedding. Anyway, so will they have children? I don't know. At 42, you can still have kids. I mean, she's got a couple of eggs left. Some people say that they might adopt. I say, no, they'll probably have like one of their own. By special means, you know, where she gets impregnated and has like twins or triplets or something. And then if they want more, then they'll adopt, you know? And I mean, she's dated around and often and enough, and I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in a good way. She dated, remember Alex Rodriguez, the baseball player? She dated Justin Timberlake, which quite frankly, I thought that Justin and she were the ones. Why is he looking at us like that? But they dated for years. And I definitely thought that eventually they would get married and then they break up and he goes off with Jessica Biel. But I took that personally. You know, I get very invested in my celebrities, you know, when I really like them. And anyway, so she went on and then she dated Puff Daddy. Yes! Full disclosure, he's talked about it. As a matter of fact, I was reading an article over a hiatus. Puffy said she's the one who got away. In the article, yes. And then Benji has dated Holly Madison, you know, one of the Hefner, yeah. I like Holly, but I don't see the combination there. He's also dated Paris Hilton. I didn't know that either. So, you know, they both dated around. He's only 35 though. And I don't know, you know? I don't know, like he's only 35 and doesn't have children. And that might be the one hiccup, you know, because a lot of times, you know, children, if you can't have them, then it puts a strain on the relationship. But congratulations to you guys, good luck. And listen, we were gonna shoot a confetti cannon to celebrate your nuptial, except I wanna save that for the long-suffering Jennifer Aniston. When she finally gets married, we are gonna have the party of the decade here with confetti cannon and everything. So, Teresa survived her first night in prison in Jersey. Well, she only has 455 days left. To get to the bottom of what's going on inside, we've got an inside mole. Oh, hello, this is the Hot Topics show. It's what we do. My Hot Topics team got Teresa's lawyer on the phone yesterday. Yeah, in the Wendy conference room, on the speakerphone. Now, I was home minding my own business. But when they told me they were gonna execute this, I said, fantastic, I can't wait for the report. By the way, they're very, very nosy, the Hot Topics team. It's not just those two over there, it's, you know, a whole bunch more. Anyway, above the door to the conference room, on the speakerphone, it says, their business is our business. Oh, I hate this show, but I can't stop watching. Okay, so here's what the lawyer said. Gia, number one, the 13-year-old daughter, is not gonna move in with a friend. She's gonna remain in the Jersey home. Nobody's moving into the house. Joe is gonna raise all 4 girls by himself. Yeah. The lawyer also let us know that Joe drove them to school yesterday. And I said, well, do the cops know about this? Because he doesn't have a license. So look, he does, or apparently registration sticker. Like, well, there's Gia, and then here's Joe. Well, I don't know whether this is all legal or anything like that, but anyway, Teresa also, the lawyer wants us to know, did tell all 4 daughters that she was going to prison. So that's the lawyer's report. But I listened to the report with a skeptical eye because lawyers are paid, like when you have people, your people are paid to protect you. You understand what I'm saying? You know, that thing about Joe driving to school, look, I don't know whether it's legal or not. He's probably got the lawyer on the phone right now like, why'd you tell her that? Now the cops are gonna be looking for me. And about Joe raising all 4 girls and nobody moving in the house, somehow I don't believe that either. He also said that Teresa didn't cry when she got there or anything. I said, well, probably not. It probably hasn't sunk in until, you know, the end of the week or when it's time to take a shower or something. So the lawyer also told my Hot Topics team that that they arrived, you know, to the jail up in Connecticut about 3 o'clock in the morning because they wanted to get there before the paparazzi. And apparently my Hot Topics team was available to watch it all go down. So the lawyer and Teresa did an 1.5-hour drive. Joe stayed home with the girls, which, wouldn't you want your husband to come with you if you were going to jail? I mean, the girls can stay home with all the plethora of family that they have in Jersey. I don't know, I just feel as though Joe should have driven with her to the prison along with the lawyer. He doesn't have to go inside, but at least stay double parked outside, you know, until the lawyer comes back. All right, so they got up to Connecticut a little early because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, there's no traffic. And they passed the diner and they decided to go in for Teresa's last meal. Now, her last meal was, we know entirely too much about this. Her last meal was an egg sandwich and a cup of coffee. Now, I like an egg like everybody else does. As a matter of fact, I think eggs are the perfect food. You can scramble them, you can boil them, you can bake them, you can even burn them and I'll eat around the burn. Like, I love an egg. However, I will tell you this. As much as I love an egg sandwich and a cup of coffee would not be my last meal at the diner. You know, I'm from Jersey, we do diners, all right? So, if I'm on my way to prison and we stop at the diner, I think I want to have some disco fries. You know, in Jersey, that's Jersey speak with the gravy and all like that. I also would like to have a Monte Cristo sandwich. You know, very tasty. And maybe something that I haven't had in years, because I don't want it to kill my waistline. I love a chocolate shake. But at the point of going to prison, who's watching your figure? As a matter of fact, you might want to fatten up. So I think that that's what I would have, and maybe a little something to go, maybe a slice of cheesecake for the car ride to go. Yeah, with cherries on top. Yes, yes. Anyway, before Teresa got locked up, she gave one last interview. And she says in the interview, hold on, I've got receipts. She says that she's not ready to give up reality TV at all. When she gets out, look, she says when she gets out of prison, she wants back on TV. Take a look.
Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself having my own cooking show, keep branding myself, and I just want to keep it going. I guess maybe I'm made for TV. I don't know, that's what everyone tells me. I don't know, we'll see what the future holds, but I definitely want to continue doing something in TV or being a judge on the cooking show or something like that. Mwah.
You are my people. You know, when people come to the show, when you watch the show, what I love is when people have differing opinions about stuff. But when we can all come together non-verbally and think the same thing, that's when I really feel as though that's the sweet spot. All right, so here's the thing. Teresa, as we know, is less than smart. Listen. But you feel sorry for her, which is why, after this little clip played, I'm looking in the audience and you're clapping like this. Right? Do you know how when a person is so less than smart that if you don't love them, then there's something wrong with you? Like, it seems like she needs to be protected, not just by Joe, but by all of us. So Teresa, shout out to you. I know it's just after, it's almost 10:15 there in Connecticut, and you're in the same time zone, and you're probably watching with your new friends. Teresa, shout out to everybody in jail. I understand this show is big in jail. Look, you ladies take care of our Bambi Teresa, and when she comes back out, she's gonna get back on reality TV, and you know what we're gonna be doing? Watching. Thank you. Thank you. So cute. Okay, so Madonna is really something else. She wants Sean Penn back. Now, remember they were married many, many years ago. She's often said about him, he's the one that got away. He moved on and married Robin Wright. They went on and had children. Remember, Sean and Madonna, when they were married, they didn't have any children, but it was a tumultuous relationship. And I followed it like nobody's business, like, wow. Anyway, so then he went on and he married Robin Wright, Penn, but now they're divorced. And I guess a smattering of people in between he might have dated, but his most recent relationship is with the gorgeous Charlize Theron. And they've been together for a year. But Madonna reportedly calls and texts Sean incessantly. And is not ashamed to say it. Apparently, she wants him back. I just, you know, the idea that they're still friends is bad enough to me. I mean, there's no reason that they need to be friends if he's moved on in another relationship. They don't share property, they don't have children together, although right before he got together with Charlize Theron, you remember we talked about this on Hot Topics, Sean and Madonna's 13-year-old son, Rocco, went to Haiti. Yes, to do good. So they're still traveling and you're introducing your son Rocco by another man to Sean and everything. And Madonna's always said about, you know, Sean, like I said, you know, he's the one that got away. Now, if you're Charlize Theron, what do you do? Did anybody say, open the door and walk out? That's me. That's me. Like I can't, you know? If I were Charlize Theron, I'd be saying, okay, we've invested 1 year in this relationship. But we don't have children, we haven't bought property, you know, I'm only 39 years old, she's 37, 39. She's 39 years old, she's still got a few good baby years left, you know, she doesn't have any children, she's never been married. What? Oh, that's right, she adopted the black boy Jackson. It's a 1-hour show. I've got to get to my point immediately, okay? Anyway, all right, so she is a mom. But the point is that Madonna's 56 and Sean is 54, and Madonna is saying that she will do whatever she needs to do to bust this relationship up. Now, exactly. Now, Charlize Theron, what I'm thinking is, you know what? I'm not even fighting this fight. This is ridiculous. First of all, Sean, you're showing me a whole side of you. You can't even handle yourself when another woman is digging on your scene. So, and I'm not gonna spend my life worrying about whether you and Madonna are getting back together. So you know what? Give me my coat. And look, and turn your back and give him that Dior walk out the door, right? She'll find another. She'll find another. She's smart, she's rich, she's gorgeous, she's all that. Katy Perry and John Mayer might be back together for the 4th time. Well, they were spotted on a dinner date, and John reportedly spent the night at Katy's house. Now, that doesn't mean they're back together. It could be the familiar sex. Do you know how sometimes you've been with somebody and maybe you don't want to get back with that person, but you know, the sex is comfortable, and I just, you understand what I'm saying? Look, I'm trying to have an open mind for 2015 because I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I talked to you in 2014 and beyond that, telling you that I don't have an open mind. Like, to me, everything's black or white. Either I hate you or I love you. There is a gray area in life, and I'm trying to work on my gray area. So, clap if you would go back to an ex. Clap. Clap if you're like 2014 Wendy that says, they're an ex for a reason. I'm not going back. I know. But we have to work on being open-minded. The world is not black and white. There's a gray area. Now, I cannot think of an ex in my past, not one of yous, that I'd go back to. And I know yous all watch the TV because I'm probably the one that got away. But I just feel like, you know, you're in a relationship and, you know, you try. Then when it's over, it's really over. Okay, well, John and Katy are back together. Now look, he might have matured up. He's 37 years old now. Now she's only 30. She's dated around. She married Russell Brand. You know, he's dated around. He was with, wasn't he with Jennifer Aniston at one point?
Yeah.
Oh, Jen, another one got away. No, it might work this time around. I understand the reason that they broke up before was because he was pretty immature and kind of jerky, but he's 37 years old now, and maybe he's learned the error of his ways. I mean, you know, men are nothing but little boys all grown up anyway. So you all have a tendency, sorry, sir. You all have a tendency to act jerky sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. So, by a show of clapation, do you think that this is a good idea that Katy at 30 is back with him at 37? I mean, I have an open mind. Not really, I'm just trying to play it off like I do. I actually think it's a terrible idea, but we'll be watching that. You know we always do. Remember, their business is our business. Well, Ryan Reynolds became a father. Aww. And Blake Lively a mother. Yay. It's time for Celebrity Shout Out. Hit it. I don't really know that much about Blake Lively other than that she was on Gossip Girl. I don't know that she acts anymore, but I do know that she prances around the streets and paparazzi are always taking her picture and then they put it in the People Style watch because women love Blake Lively's style. And I like her. I mean, I don't know her, but I like her. Ryan Reynolds, I'm not familiar with anything that he's done. Then I was reminded by my team that he was in the Green Lantern or something, that he's got a mediocre acting career. He was in something with Denzel Washington too, like it's a mediocre career. But mediocre is good in Hollywood. I think they're a sharp-looking couple. No word on whether the baby's a boy or a girl. They haven't told us yet, but all babies are good babies. Do you know? How long have they been married?
2 years.
About 2 years, yeah. So they had time for the honeymoon stage, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you have your babies too soon, it just interferes with the love with your lover. Anyway, congratulations to Blake, congratulations to Ryan, and Jennifer Aniston, we're praying for you, girl.